8:45. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here is the news edited by Danushka Madhawala and read by Indrani Senanayaka. Headlines. Minister G.L. Pieris requests parents to send their children to schools without fear. 600,000 doses of the Sinopharm vaccine will be received in the country by next week. Health centres will be set up island-wide to increase the primary health sector of the country. A cabinet subcommittee has been appointed to look into the matters related to the present electricity supply. The police officer who attacked a lorry driver in Panapitiya has been suspended. In foreign news, giant ship blocking Suez Canal finally freed. Minister G.L. Pieris requests parents to send their children to school without fear, as the government has commended school activities under strict health guidelines. The schools which were closed due to the COVID-19 threat commenced in several stages. The Education Minister says that there is an increase of the attendance of children to schools. The ministry has issued guidelines to maintain proper physical distance during school activities. The Epidemiology Unit of the Health Ministry says that around 900,000 persons in the country have been given the COVID-19 jab at present. The second dose of the vaccine will be given on the 19th of next month. The chief of the unit, consultant Dr. Sudat Samarveera, says that 600,000 doses of Sinopharm vaccine will be received in the country next week. China had donated 600,000 doses of vaccine to Sri Lanka earlier. Health centres will be set up island-wide to increase the primary health sector of the country. The Health Ministry says that these centres will be established at the areas where there is no primary treatment centre. The construction work of the Nivitigala Watapotha Primary Medical Centre commenced recently. 18 million rupees will be spent in this regard, and 2,000 families in the area will benefit from this centre. A cabinet subcommittee has been appointed to look into the matters related to the present electricity supply and take necessary action to minimise the loss. Ministers Vasudeva Nanayakkara, Bandula Gunawardena and Ramesh Patirana are the members of the subcommittee. The committee should submit their report to the cabinet within 2 weeks. The aim of the government is to produce 70% of the electricity supply through regenerative power sources. The government projected to reduce the power generation using fossil fuel to 1% by the year 2030. This news comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. We continue with local news. Police media spokesman DIG Ajit Rohana says that the police officer who attacked a lorry driver in Panapitiya has been suspended. A video of the attack was circulated on social media today. The police officer attacked the driver due to an accident which took place with another police officer. Minister Sarath Virasekara has instructed the IGP to conduct a comprehensive investigation into this incident. The committee appointed by the Archbishop of Colombo, Malcolm Cardinal Ranjit, to study the report of the Presidential Commission of Inquiry into the Easter Sunday attack says that the culprits and the persons who were linked directly and indirectly to the Easter Sunday attacks should be found and brought to book without delay. The committee pointed out that there is need to implement strong legal procedures against the suspects who have already been taken into custody. Another 95 COVID-19 patients have been identified in the country. They are from the Palagodu COVID cluster. The total number of COVID-19 patients in the country has increased to 92,183. The number of active cases in the country is 2,904 at present. 88,914 persons have been discharged from hospitals. The death toll in Sri Lanka is 561. The total number of coronavirus cases in the world is 127,900,420 at present. The Colombo High Court has released the foreign travel ban imposed on chairman of the avant-garde company Nisanka Senhadipati until the 23rd of next month. The tri-member bench gave this order when the case was taken up for hearing today. The case was filed against him for maintaining a floating armoury at the Galle Harbour. Next we take a look at the main news story.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
Minister of Public Security Sarath Weerasekara assured that coconut oil containing carcinogens have not been released to the market. He said that all stocks of coconut oil imported into the country have been sealed. Meanwhile, a test conducted by the Sri Lanka Standard Institute has confirmed that unrefined coconut oil containing carcinogenic aflatoxin imported by one company has failed its second quality test. The quality control analysis carried out by the Sri Lanka Standard Institute has confirmed that the carcinogen aflatoxin in the stock of coconut oil is in excess of the prescribed level. According to Nushad Pereira, chairman of the Sri Lanka Standards Institute, usually 2 samples are taken for consignment of coconut oil, and both samples from one company failed the quality test due to the presence of aflatoxin above the maximum allowed level. That was the main news story. Watchlight is up next.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya. Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
We take a look at Watchlight. The police have arrested 1,120 suspects in a special operation conducted yesterday covering the Western Province. The operation was carried out from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. yesterday on the instructions of Senior DIG in charge of the Western Province, Deshabandhu Thenakon. Among the suspects arrested, 47 were involved in various crimes. 418 were evading arrest warrants and 549 suspects for their involvement in corrupt activities. The arrested suspects are to be produced before the court. That came to in Watchlight. A bulletin of world news will follow.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always.
All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
World News headlines. Giant ship blocking Suez Canal finally freed. Massive blaze erupts at oil refinery in Indonesia. The fallen stars from the deadliest day in Myanmar coup. A giant ship that blocked the Suez Canal for nearly a week has been finally freed, the Egyptian authorities say. The 400-metre-long Ever Given was wedged across the canal before salvage crews dislodged her on Monday. It was not immediately clear when full traffic could resume in the canal. Suez is one of the world's busiest trade routes, and companies were forced to reroute ships, causing long tailblocks of hundreds of vessels. The vessel was towed to a location outside the channel for further inspection. To refloat the 224,000-ton vessel, approximately 30,000 cubic meters of sand was dredged, and a total of 11 harbour tugs and 2 powerful sea-going tugs were deployed, according to Boskalis. Egyptian TV footage showed the ship aligned in a straight position along the canal. Firefighters in Indonesia are working to put out a massive fire that has broken out at one of the largest oil refineries in the country. The fire broke out at the Bolangan refinery, run by state oil firm Pertamina today. At least 5 people are injured and around 950 residents have been evacuated to safety. A handful of people have been reported missing. The cause of the fire remains unclear. TV footage and videos on social media showed the fire still raging on Monday morning, with a plume of smoke rising high above the refinery, located in West Java province. Myanmar's deadliest day since the military seized control has left people across the country in mourning. More than 100 people were killed by security forces on Saturday, including children. Some were killed at protests, others in their own homes. Opponents of the 1st February coup called the dead fallen stars. To end this bulletin of world news, the headlines again. Giant ship blocking Suez Canal finally freed. Massive blaze erupts at oil refinery in Indonesia. The fallen stars from the deadliest day in Myanmar coup. That ends this bulletin of world news. Development news is next.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always.
All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
Development News is brought to you by Nivea along with CIB. Valuable gift vouchers for every bill payment and 20% discount for bank card holders during 16th to 30th March. Our product, our place. CIB.
Development news. The Committee on Public Accounts decided to appoint a joint committee consisting of all relevant stakeholders responsible for the conservation of the Muthurajawala Sanctuary. The decision was taken at the Committee on Public Accounts, which met recently under the membership of Professor Tissavithana. Although Muthurajawala was gazetted as a sanctuary by the Gazette Notification Number 947/13 of 1996, the committee pointed out that the boundaries of the sanctuary have not been demarcated so far. That was Development News. Sports News follows.
Development News was brought to you by Nivea along with CIB. Valuable gift vouchers for every bill payment and 20% discount for bank card holders during 16th to 30th March. Our product, our place. CIB.
Sports news. Poland striker Robert Lewandowski will miss Wednesday's 2022 World Cup qualifier against England at Wembley with a knee injury. The 32-year-old Bayern Munich player limped off during Sunday's 3-0 win over Andorra after scoring 2 goals. The Polish FA says he faces up to 10 days out with ligament damage. Robert now has a race to be fit for Bayern's Champions League quarter-final first leg against Paris Saint-Germain in 9 days' time. He has returned to Germany for another treatment for the injury. That came to you in sports news. Business news follows.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply. Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
Facebook and Google are planning 2 new undersea internet cables to connect Southeast Asia to North America. The project with regional telecom companies aims to supply fast internet to Singapore and Indonesia. This comes after Facebook withdrew 3 projects to connect the US to Hong Kong with similar cables, following government concerns over spying. The cables require a regulatory approval from the national governments involved. That was business news. Economic news follows.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money. Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
Economic News, courtesy of...
Congratulations on your promotion. It will be our treat, huh?
How about today?
Oh no, I was just joking.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
Sri Lanka tea production for the month of February 2021 totaled 22.38 million kilograms, showing an increase of 4.17 million kilograms compared to 18.21 million kilograms in February 2020, according to figures released for the month by the Tea Exporters Association. High groans have remained static, while the mid-groans have shown a marginal increase. Meanwhile, low groans have recorded a fairly significant increase compared to the corresponding month of 2020. That was Economic News. Finally, a look at the weather report.
Hello, Puta. Did you land already?
We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy.
Calm down, everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge. LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
Weather Report was sponsored by
Dialogue, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, introduces Nanasa, a trilingual educational mobile app with video-based lessons for grade 1 to A-levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with no subscription fee.
Showers or thunder showers will occur at a few places in the Sabaragamuwa, southern, western, central and Uva provinces during the evening or at night. Mainly fair weather will prevail elsewhere. Misty conditions can be expected at some places in the central, Sabaragamuwa and the western province during the morning. That was a look at the weather report. To end tonight's news broadcast, the headlines again.
Weather Report was sponsored by
Dialogue, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, introduces Nanasa, a trilingual educational mobile app with video-based lessons for grade 1 to A-levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with no subscription fee.
To end tonight's news broadcast, we take a look at the headlines again. Minister G.L. Pieris requests parents to send their children to school without fear. 600,000 doses of the Sinopharm vaccine will be received in the country by next week. Health centres will be set up island-wide to increase the primary health sector of the country. A cabinet subcommittee has been appointed to look into the matters related to the present electricity supply. The police officer who attacked a lorry driver in Panapitiya has been suspended. And in foreign news, giant ship blocking Suez Canal finally freed. That ends tonight's news broadcast, and I see a smiling face on the other side, all set and ready, answering the phone, of course, for the final program of the night. Your Monday host, as usual, Smiley. Okay, we say Chandima, Verakun. All yours, Chandima. Enjoy the evening, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy the evening in her lovely company.